Why does Konami have to do this when I'm busy? All right, ban list review. Ban list was just released for May 17th, 2022. There's forbidden cards, there's limited cards, there's semi-limited cards, and there's unlimits. And this is quite a big list. Remember last list was in February the 7th of 2022, where they banned Protoss, Eva, the Simorgh Bird, and Imperial Order. Well, now the new bans are very interesting. Auroradon, this had to go. Lots of people predicted this. I think that's the correct hit, so no more crazy shenanigans. Unfortunately, I did not manage to get a list out before the ban list that utilized my Auroradons, so now all of my Auroradons are dead, but at least the other decks can't abuse them, so unfortunate. Meow Meow Mew is now banned, which not only hits pure prank kids or prank kids with the whatever engine, the Brave Adventurer engine or whatever, which is amazing because that deck is so consistent. It also hits the Rock deck, which was seeing no play because it's garbage. Yeah, so that's off the map as well, so they can't use that engine. And then finally, Verte Anaconda. So those are the only hits to the DPE package and the Fusion package. There's no other hits on the list from what I can see with the Fusions. So you can still play your 2 Fusion Destiny and your 3 Branded Fusion and all that jazz. So I think I'm still going to continue to do that. It's a shame that Verte left. Now you can't just smack 2 monsters together. But we all knew this was coming back when they banned Nightmare Mermaid. Speaking of Mermaid, that will come up later in this list. And I think I know why they removed a couple of cards from the list later on that we'll see. Because they banned Verte. So Verte was keeping a lot of these other things locked up. So this time for the limited list, we start off with Jet Synchron. So this was very popular when we had Auroradon and Needle Fiber together. You would activate it, your card in Eldritch that searches tuning. You would search your Jet Synchron. You'd get to discard an Eldritch card, make a 1-card Needle Fiber with your Link Karibo, and then go Auroradon combo, Mecha Phantom Beast, O-Lion, and you'd make Savage Herald with like Eldritch combo as well, off of just 1 card. So now that Auroradon and Verte are gone, 2 bodies on the field doesn't really do much. What does Needle Fiber do? Needle Fiber makes Apollosa now, but if you're already having to use your Jet Synchron to make the Apollosa, or to make the Needle Fiber, you're not going to be able to make Apollosa with it. So Needle Fiber doesn't really do much right now. It's just a boost to decks. It's kind of generic. But yeah, I'm not seeing Jet Synchron coming back as being super broken. Are people going to play the 3 tuning and the 1 Jet Synchron to summon Needle Fiber and then do nothing? I don't think so. So I think they're just testing it out. But I do appreciate that they do give that to, back to Synchron, because back when I was playing my Blazar Turbo deck, this card was actually essential to my combo, since I would dump it off of the XL Synchron to make myself a level 4. So that deck is still dead though, because we don't have Summon Sorceress and a bunch of other cards that I need. But that's pretty interesting that they're bringing it back. Next up, shout-outs to Jake, who just picked up a bunch of Red Rose Dragons. Red Rose Dragon is now at 1. I only ever had 1, so that's all I was ever working with. But now you can't just hard open it and normal summon it to do based combos. Based is still alive so far with these hits that I can see. Unfortunately, they lost their Predaplant, Verte Anaconda, and their Auroradon, but it's still just a bunch of gas, and you can do a bunch of stuff. Shame that Red Rose Dragon is at 1. I feel like that'll be your Needle Fiber combo, or your Needle Fiber summon now. It's just making the decks less consistent. Yatagarasu, this is just a test at 1, I think. It's not very good. It's the longest banned card in the history of the game, I believe. So seeing it peel off is like monumental, but I do not think that Yatagarasu is going to do anything in this next format, because not only does it waste your normal summon, you need to put your opponent on top decking, and with the way that the game has evolved since Yatagarasu was printed, the resources are a lot of the times in your graveyard already, and you can play even without your draw, which is probably why they also brought back Time Seal. Time Seal is a trap card that says that your opponent skips their next draw phase, but for you to be able to activate this, you need to already wait for their draw phase to happen. So unless you're using Makura the Destructor to activate a trap card on your first turn, this card is not very good, and it's at 1. It's just, this card won't see play. It's not a very good card. Back in the day when you wanted to get the game to a simplified game state, I feel like Time Seal was a good option. But right now, if you're wasting one card to prevent your opponent from drawing the next turn, you're dead. So you will die. So you can't play Time Seal. So Time Seal won't see play. Unless in like a meme deck. Did I already mention Quisher and Halki Fibrex? They put it at 1 for some reason. I mean, that's cute and everything, but I don't know very many decks that were playing more than 1. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Perform Pal Monkey Board was a slight buff to Pendulums. I don't know if they'll even play this. I think you scale it and it searches a Pendulum card. So back in the day, it was this 1-card scale. You just activate it and then you search another scale and then boom, 1-card scale. Pendulums need to plus because they start their turn off with 2 less cards in their hand because they need scales to play to perform the Pendulum Summon. This does not even like coincide very well with the new Beyond the Pendulum card or whatever it's called. The Link monster is supposed to replace Electromite because that negates the scale effects. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not much of a Pendulum player myself. I have dabbled in the past and topped. You can see that in some of my previous videos. But I'm not sure Monkey Board's going to do very much for the deck, except just give it you a way. I think you could probably search Joker, too. So, scale Monkey Board, search your Joker, normal summon Joker, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't seem very good to me. Shooting Riser Dragon at 1. Now, this is what makes me think that this list is a joke. That this is not the actual list. Because why would they put Shooting Riser Dragon to 1? That doesn't even make any sense. What are you even dumping? Like, what are they afraid of? I mean, sure, you can Quink Synchro Summon on your opponent's turn, but with the way that the game currently is, if you're summoning a Shooting Riser Dragon, I don't think you're getting to summon another one. And they already limited Halki Fibrex. That would be the only other way that I could think of you can summon another Shooting Riser Dragon. If you use the quick effect of Halki Fibrex on your opponent's turn to banish itself and Synchro Summon the Shooting Riser Dragon from your extra deck. Like, besides that, I don't know. Like, this has been used in base to dump Fairy Tail Snow, and even Dragon Link with the Brave Engine has used this with the Red Rose Dragon. Rest in peace, currently at 1. Yeah, so I'm just really not sure about that. It can make itself a level 3 dragon by dumping a 4, like Fairy Tail Snow, or the zombie, a Necroworld Banshee to make everything zombies. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Yeah, it's just a weird hit. That one I can't wrap my head around. And then finally, for the limited section, is Change of Heart. So this is interesting. I think they're just testing it out. Remember when they put Mind Control to 3, and that lasted like maybe 1 or 2 formats, and then they put it back to 1 now? This, I feel like they're testing the waters with Change of Heart. I mean, you just activate it. I think it targets. I don't. It's like so old and like irrelevant that like it's hard to remember what it even does. I think it just targets and then takes until end phase, and there's probably no restrictions on it. Maybe it can't attack. I don't know, but I mean, it's going to be a decent side deck card. It'll force a negation. It's kind of like Mind Control, except for Mind Control, I don't think you contribute the monster, so at least you contribute the... I don't know, Change of Heart. It's just weird. I don't think it's going to affect the game. I don't think every deck will play it, which is why they brought it back to 1. Because they don't want to have cards that every single deck will play, is what I've noticed with Konami. Anyway, for the semi-limited list, Dynamite Knight. So this is kind of interesting. True Draco hasn't been doing anything, but some people are still scarred, including myself. Masterpiece can burn in hell. I'm so... I hate floodgates. Except when I'm activating them. But anyway, Dynamite Knight, hopefully that doesn't do anything. Ben 10 to 2, why would they do this? Why would they do that? We don't need another Ben 10. But, I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you for making my Drytron deck more consistent, I guess. I'm still not going to play the Herald garbage, because Eva's still banned. You're not ending on, like, 6 negates or whatever. But I think that the new way to go is the Vanity's Ruler route. I think I might include the Megalith package back in the deck now anyway, that Verte's dead. But I still think that I want to mess around with the Fusion package in Drytron. Tanky to 2, that's cute. Zodiac is still dead, but I guess this gives you an extra Fractal in Tri-Brigade. But Tri-Brigade loses to 1 spell and trap, which is why I don't play that deck anymore. Desires to 2, is cute. I don't know why they put it to 1 in the first place. This is a buff to Sword Soul, but I guess Sword Soul lost their Auroradon, so they're like, oh, here you have a Desires. It doesn't make any sense. There needs to be way more Sword Soul hits on this. Next up is Light Stage. So back in the day, Light Stage was the fall guy for our Nightmare Mermaid in Orcust format. Now that they killed Verte, the Light Stage, which puts 2 bodies on field, which was what it was used for mainly in the past, is now a moot point. Because, like, what are you going to make? An IP Masquerena or something? Like, what powerful Link 2 can you make with 2 Light Fairies? I mean, I don't know. Its effect to lock down back row is pretty cute. But now that the main back row deck in the format is Eldritch, it doesn't matter if you send their cards to the graveyard, because they'll just plus off them anyway, unless they just want to chain them. Like, it's ridiculous. So, essentially, Light Stage is power crept, which is why they're testing it at 2 now. Wall of Revealing Light, I don't know what this could be for. Maybe they're trying to push Dinomorphia and lower your life points really quick. But the decks that Wall of Revealing Light were breaking back in the past that depended on life points, like activating a Hope for Escape, I think it's the card, where you pay 1,000 life points, and then for every 2,000 life points difference from you and your opponent, you get to draw a card. Like, that's not very good, and they see that now, so they're testing it at 2. That probably could have just gone straight to 3. And finally, for the Unlimits, Night Assailant. I don't remember if this card had an errata, but either way, Infinite Discard Fodder is, like, cute, but I don't know any loops. I think they took care of all the loops. Speaking of loops, Trishula, the Ice Dragon or whatever, is back at 3. Synchro decks, I don't know if they can summon 3 of this. I'd love to see it. But I don't think that this should be a problem. I mean, I'd rather have TG Hyper Librarian at 3. Unless it's already at 3. I don't really know. I haven't played Synchron in so long. But Trishula's back at 3, so hand loops? I don't know. Mirage Stalio back at 3. This will do nothing. I mean, people, when it came to 1, they didn't even play it. Because it locks you into fires, and a lot of people are trying different stuff. But Mirage the Salamangreat, it wasn't really ever on the map. So I guess this is just bringing them back to their previous glory. But I don't know anyone that would ever play more than 1 Mirage Stalio anyway. So that Unlimited literally does nothing. A Hero Lives, that's interesting for heroes. They still have to get to have DPE. A lot easier to summon because it's part of their engine and whatnot. Which is cute. But Hero Lives lets them open it a little bit more. So maybe it's correct to play a Hero Lives now that it's at 3. Half your life points if you control no monsters. Special summon a hero from deck. Start a combo that way. So it doesn't waste your normal summon. It's just like a hard extender. But boy, does it hurt to get ashed after paying 4,000 life points, I bet. Salamangreat Circle to 3. Now this is kind of huge. So I think the only hit that they currently are afflicted with is the 1 Gazelle. So, I mean, Salamangreat looks pretty decent with that. And then finally, Scapegoat to 3. So when it went to 2, what list was that? Was that last list? Yes, that was last list in February. So now that Scapegoat's at 3, I did try Scapegoat at 2 in my Altergeist deck. It didn't do very well, but I wanted to try it. Scapegoat was limited a long time ago when it was a slower format. It was being played in Trickstar Sky Striker because you just made a huge defense, and then on the crackback you made your Borlo Dragon or whatever. Like, the Link monsters were not very present back then. But then they wanted to kill that deck, so they limited Scapegoat, or banned it, right? I don't know. I don't even remember. But it's not a good card. No one will play it. Yeah, you can't break this card. This is not a GOAT format. Sorry, guys. But anyway, that's the entire list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that stuff. Konami needs to stop doing this on days that I'm a bum. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.